Hello, you legendary friends. My name is Edward, and welcome to our Canberra lockdown Zoom. Can you please give the person next to you a round of applause and welcome them to a legendary Zoom? Now, you will notice that this is not a face-to-face meetup. It is over Zoom because there is this big lockdown going on. However, I have a feeling based on the intel that we have that either late October or November we'll be back to face-to-face in Canberra. So in the meantime, we've got a Zoom. It is being recorded, so keep it clean and positive. And the first thing I want to do is just say hello to everyone. We've got the legendary Perpetua Kirsch and Jonathan Naif here today. Wave to those two. They're going to be our guest speakers in half an hour. Now, just before I hand over to Piero Mardesic, who is our legendary group leader for Canberra, few things. Keep it all clean and positive is being recorded, and it can and will be used against you if ever in a court of law, as Perpetua would say. Just kidding. And also, too, the other thing I want to say to you winners as well is this. Use the chat, share your LinkedIn links, get to know each other. But before we get into things, I actually want to say hello to some amazing people before we hand over to Piero. We've got our legendary sponsors with us and our hosts. We've got Ben Hickman and Wendy Dawson from Victoria Service Office. So how about we open with Ben Hickman, Wendy, and then Piero. Ben Hickman, how are you? What's going on, man?
Yeah, no, I'm really good. Got out of the office for a bit today, which was the home office for a walk. So it's a nice day. Can't complain.
I know. And I can't wait to meet you. Hopefully in October or November we'll be there, Ben.
Yeah. No, I'm confident a month should give it enough time to get the COVID out of our systems.
Oh, excellent. And tell us a little bit about you and about Victory Offices, Ben.
So I work as business development manager for Victory for the ACT region. My role is basically about getting the people in the most suitable space for them. So I work with people from when they first inquire with us through to when they get into their dream office, so to speak. Yeah.
Legendary. I got to say, I love the black shirt and the black tie. I used to do that all the time. So you're a stylish dresser, Ben.
I try. I think it actually helps with concentration in lockdown. I know it sounds weird, but like technically I could be in my pajamas, but yeah, anyway, we'll see.
Love it. Can we give a round of applause to Ben Hickman? Ben, great having you with us. We're going to bounce over to legendary Wendy Dawson, and then I'm going to hand over to Piero. So, Wendy, so good having you with us. How is life in crazy Melbourne?
Oh, it's great. I too actually get out of the office today. I was really excited. So I went to one of our properties in St. Kilda, and because I needed to be an essential worker today because I needed to go there to do a bit of work because my printer decided to die. But anyway, helped out with a few things over there as well. But I guess, when you get back into the office, you kind of go, you kind of miss seeing everybody. And we still had, some of our members are also essential workers and everybody is good about being socially distant, responsible and COVID safe. But you kind of go, like, we all just need to kind of hurry up and get through this. And, and I guess, I'm excited every time I get to see anybody, but especially in person. Isn't that right, Ed? In person. So, and this is one of the venues behind me that we were going to be meeting with in Melbourne. It's our Chadston Lounge. We have one office in the ACT. We're going to have our second one open at 1 Constitution Place as soon as we can get people on site to finish the fit out, because apparently lockdown, you're not able to work. But anyway, So very soon we'll be face to face there. And we're just delighted to, from a Victory point of view, to be working with Ed and all of you, basically to support you and your business, however that is, whether it's through virtual offices, meeting room spaces, whatever, but mostly about listening, being here, and seeing how we can be of service to all of you. Anyway, enough from me, and I look forward to hearing more about all of you. Thanks.
Just before you go, Wendy, I know you're a master networker. Can you give us some networking tips for everyone to get the most out of the Zoom? We've got people here we even got Loretta from Florida. We've got from Florida to Melbourne to Australia, across Australia. And what are some of your networking tips, Wendy, for people to get the most out of the Zoom?
I think what's so important is that nobody showed up here today to give money to somebody else, did we? So we didn't really show up here to sell or be sold to. We're actually here to listen and be part of a community. And I think that's so important because people will always buy from people they know, like, and trust. learn from one another, understand a little bit more about what each of us needs and how can help them be successful. And I think that's the foundation to anything. It's not so much about going out there and either physically or virtually handing out as many business cards as you can or getting as many business cards as you can. It's about being present. It's about being authentic. And I think, maybe it's I can appreciate looking at the numbers. There are about 22 of on this call. If you actually got 2 to 3 genuine connections or new connections today, you're actually doing well. But as I said at the onset, be sure to put your LinkedIn profile into the chat box, because we're all hopeless multitaskers, aren't we? We're listening to somebody, but then we're popping in and linking and connecting. So that's okay. You're amongst friends. It's a safe space. But I would just say, be authentic, listen, and see what you can do first and foremost to help that other individual. Those are some tips.
Well said. Can we give Wendy a round of applause? Now, I've just opened up the meeting. Now, the legendary Piero is our group leader from Canberra. He does an incredible job. He lives just a little bit outside of Canberra in a beautiful regional city called Goulburn. And like me, he has the same problem. He can't even get into Canberra because of the whole lockdown thing. So hopefully Piero and I will get into Canberra soon. But in the meantime, we're doing what we can over Zoom. Piero's been amazing. He's worked really hard on this group. He's invited a lot of people. And he's a man that loves helping people. He cares. Can we give it up for the legendary Piero? Piero, great having you with us. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm super, Ed. How are you?
Just so pumped to have you with us now, our glorious leader. What are your thoughts, our glorious leader, Piero?
My thoughts are I'm just going to bounce off what Wendy said. She just tailor-made what I was just about to say to everybody. She just wrapped it up really well. And that is, I've already received one invite. I'm just gonna name her. Dr. Liz has already sent me an invite, right? Well, and that's just to meet up and calendar. She just jumped onto my link tree, jumped into calendar just to say hello. Today we get 2 minutes just to tell each other what we do. But I can guarantee you this, and this is what I've been doing networking for a long time. What I want you to think about is right now is not a time to absolutely sell yourself. Right now is to tell something funny about yourself, what you do, shortly what you do, but what lights you up on a daily basis, because everyone's going through the same thing right now. And in the background, someone knows someone who can help someone. So the most important thing is to make the most important thing the most important thing, and that is to network. Just reach out to each other. Don't make it a big spiel. You want to read my bio, go to LinkedIn. That's what that's for. But one good thing that I like talking about, and that is I love mountain bike riding. So that's why I live close to Canberra. I'm going to Canberra tomorrow to pick up another bike, at the border. So we'll see how far I get. But that's me, and that's what I wanted to bring up today to all you guys here. And the third thing is this. I like working in threes. Next month, if one of us invites, think about what I'm saying, because you're all individual. If one of us, which is one of you, bring one person next time, this 23 turns into 46. And if that person does that again, because it's just a networking group, but like I said, someone knows someone who knows someone. That's what networking is about. So I will make a point of it to bring someone next time, because that's what it's about. Someone needs someone else's help, and we already have a group for that. I've been in many, many, many networking groups, and I've seen it not work because no one put in the time and the effort. But if I put this up front, let's do it. Let's grow the Canberra meetup. So then when we go there face to face, this Wednesday event, we can make at the Victory offices, we can make a massive event, and it's only up to us. It's only up to us. So Ed, that's where I want to start.
Oh, sounds good. Now, how should we do it, Piero? Should we let people put up their hands, or do you want to pick someone to speak? What's your mode of operation?
How many people have we got? 23. We've got an hour. All right. You get, okay. I love this. Ed's going to allow me to do this.
One thing is though, at 3 o'clock though, it's 5:10. Just let everyone know. At 3 p.m. It's 5 to 10 minutes to Perpetua and Jonathan Naif to speak. So subtract that into your calculation, Piero.
All right. You ready? Everybody gets one sentence on yourself, right? It's like speed dating. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us what you love doing and pass it on to the next person. And I'm going to go in this direction. So the person that's next to me is Dashan. Take it away. You get 1 minute. Just one quick sentence.
Hello,
of what do
guys.
you love doing?
This is Darshan Shelat. I'm an Indian international student studying at University of Canberra. I work out. Things I love to do includes playing guitar, doing photography, as I've been following Ed and Piero on Instagram. You guys can see the things there. Yeah. And I am a software engineer and a security researcher. I work in cybersecurity field. That's it. Thanks. I'm passing it to Ben.
So, hi, my name's Ben. I know how to unmute myself. I enjoy at the moment being able to go outside for that daily walk. That's pretty much my essential thing. Aside from that, trying to learn some new hobbies for the day that don't involve going in crowded places.
Brilliant. Next. That way. Who's that way?
That'd be
Ben,
me.
pass it on. Go for it.
I hate cardio, and I recently took up mountain bike riding, so I need to connect with you, and you can teach me how to ride. I'm more
Cool.
of a strength trainer. Tip of the day for everyone: protect your most important asset, which is your data. And I'll pass it on to Liz.
Thank you. And I was going to say, of course, the other most important asset is you and your health. Hey, I'm Dr. Liz, and I love to help people to be healthy through the healing power of nutrition. I'm a beach girl and a reef girl, and I'm so excited because I'm off home next week with the family and going to spend a beautiful week on Heron Island, Great Barrier Reef, no internet, just snorkeling and diving, and that's me.
Who's next? Who's on your right?
On my right is actually Ed. But maybe I need to, maybe I'm looking.
No, I can tell you something about me. Can I tell you all something about me?
Yes.
Bit of I'll be very
stop
quick.
there?
A few months ago, I bought a brand new PC for my birthday, and I've actually been playing video games lately. I've been playing the video game Fallout 4 lately. So everyone thinks I'm up all night working on LinkedIn, and what I do is I just play Fallout 4 all night, jump on LinkedIn and play Fallout 4. So if I'm up at 2 a.m., I am actually on LinkedIn on my phone and playing Fallout 4 on my PC. So I just want to let you all know that. So yeah, Fallout 4 is a great game, by the way. If you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. Now I want to bounce over. One of our friends, I'm so lucky to have her. The amazing Loretta Remy is one of our legendary friends from Florida, and I'm just didn't expect her to come today. And Loretta, I got to pick you. How are you, Loretta?
I am doing just fine, Ed, and I am excited to meet all you people. I am coming here early Wednesday morning from sunny Florida, and I am I'm an ambassador of self-confidence, and I am in the health field of healthy hair, glowing skin, and beauty from within. And I just wanted I've met Ed and we've interviewed together and everything. And I just wanted to get to know all his wonderful friends he always talks about. So thank you.
We love you, Loretta. And Loretta, can you pick someone else to go next?
Sure, I'll pick Jackie.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Hi, everybody. My name's Jackie. I'm just about to launch my own real estate company. What I love to do is listen to music and spend quality time with family. Pleasure to meet you all, and I look forward to staying connected with you all and learning from you. Thank you. I pick, Ed's to my right, so let me see. Amanda, has Amanda spoken?
No, I haven't. Hi, everybody. It's fabulous to meet you all. I'm Amanda in Canberra. I was the one who earlier was doing my Dr. No impression with my West Highland White Terrier of, no, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. my Westies, one of them is the COVID puppy who has joined and knows more about defence industry than a lot of humans who work in defence industry because he sat through every single conversation since he was 8 weeks old. I used to be a Navy officer. I was raised by a golden retriever, so I eat too much and I shed a lot and I get quite destructive when I'm bored. So I have been in lockdown trying not to chew on the furniture, quite literally. I'm just about to change jobs and 2 weeks away from being able to announce it, and I'm really, really thrilled to be in defence industry, working for a particular Australian company, which I'm hopefully be able to tell you about next month. But I'm really, really loving being in lockdown. Please let me out.
And Amanda, if I can just jump in, being a Navy officer, can we just say on behalf of everyone, thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I will find someone to, because I've got there. Let's go to Steve Hambridge.
Thanks very much, Amanda. Well, I've been really struggling with our lockdown in Canberra because we've had it for all of a couple of weeks and no one from other cities have given us any sympathy there. But I'm falling in love with growing a beard because every other Zoom I go on, and I'm disappointed you, Ed, I was always the odd one out. Everybody else was having beards and I was all fresh, clean shaven. But my wife reckons it puts about 20 years on me because I believe if you look really closely, there's a tiny bit of grey just about there. Next time you see me, it'll be off. But hey, it's a bit of fun for now. And I'm hoping to get back to helping small farmers export their products as soon as this COVID thing's gone.
And if I can just jump in for a second, Steve Hambridge as well actually helped us start the Canberra group. He was one of the first guys to help us start it. So this group may not be if it wasn't for Steve. So can we give it up for Steve as well, Steve?
Yeah, I think he had something to do with it, Ed.
Thank you, big man. Please pick someone next to Steve.
How about Jonathan? I don't think he's spoken yet.
No, not yet. Hi, I'm Jonathan, or Jono, from Canberra, living in Queanbeyan actually. So I have to straddle the regional New South Wales ACT lockdown restrictions and work out what's going on there. I'm a family lawyer and estate planning lawyer at Balance Family Law. So I guess throughout this lockdown period, our work sort of stayed pretty consistent, which has been very fortunate for us. And you'll hear a bit more about that later. Something that I love, I've just recently at the start of, about a week ago, bought a new piano. So I'm loving revisiting my youth and trying to learn how to play the piano again. I'll throw it over to Suzette. I don't think you've spoken yet.
I can't get the mute button to go on mute. Thank you. Yeah, no, I haven't. I'm Suzette. Suzette Bailey from Simple Marketing AI. So we're all about making simple content simple, but having massive impact. So it's using AI to write not only marketing content. Now we can actually do a range of different content, including reports and being able to convert things like legislation, I've heard a few of you saying law, and standards and that sort of thing into plain language to improve communication. And for me, I really enjoy sort of geeking out on things like AI, and I'm really, really quite disappointed about the fact that I don't get to go to my Star Trek cruise next year. So we're having to cancel that now. So that's me.
You play video games at all, Suzette? Are you in a Fallout or XCOM 2, Suzette?
I don't actually play them, but I do sit with my husband when he does.
Can I just say that your husband's a great guy, Suzette? Who would you like to go next?
Oh, Carolina, I think it's your turn.
Hi, everyone. This is my first time. Thank you so much for being so understanding. For me, I'm bringing my little one into the meeting. As I said, we currently in isolation due to a COVID positive test in my daughter's daycare. So I'm a bit stuck at home for the next week. So I am a Colombian. and I move freight, but I don't move the kind of freight that you guys are thinking about. I would actually help people moving international freight, import, exports, customs clearance, air freight, sea freight, small parcels. And I'm based in Sydney. I read of this networking event in LinkedIn, and networking is being amazing during COVID. I was very camera shy. I was extremely shy to talk to a million people, but actually I was invited to do my first podcast this week about international freight. So I'm really excited about that. That's me. I would like to I would like to ask Chris because I actually know her from Business Chicks.
Yes, thanks, Carolina. And the business chicks, well, we're trying to take over the world too, Ed. Well, greetings not from Canberra because I'm locked out. So welcome to my jewellery studio at my holiday cottage at Vincentia on Jervis Bay. And what do I normally do? Pandemic planning for businesses, emergency and business continuity. So trying to keep businesses keeping on through these crazy times. And who next? Rishi Sharma?
G'day, folks. Thanks for that, Chris. So this is my first time as well. I sort of I guess got thrown in here, but I'm so glad that I came on board. So yeah, my name's Rishi. I'm 22 years old, and a little bit about myself. So I'm actually working in cybersecurity as a cybersecurity specialist. Been doing that for about 2 years now. So again, like Jonathan said, I'm pretty fortunate that lockdown didn't really affect us because we just need a computer. And also a bit about myself as well. My hobbies include, I also love to do a bit of part-time acting and just love to take new opportunities as well, such as this one. So I'm really great, that I'm part of this group, and hopefully, I can add some value to the fellow stakeholders on this call as well. So I guess I'll pass on to Duncan if he hasn't gone. That's right.
Hi, everybody. My name is Duncan. I'm self-employed. It's a difficult time right now for what I'm doing, but I do a lot of sort of software sales and smart building technology like EV charging stations and things like that. So I'm going through a 150 car park quote for every single car park, which is pretty exciting. I've also built an e-commerce store with 1,400 products, which took me about 8 weekends in the vaping industry. So I do Australia's first e-juice subscription service, shipped out from my warehouse in Sydney here. And it's going to be very exciting. If you're a vapor or you're a smoker and you want to look at vaping as an alternative to quit smoking, then it's a really good option. Even myself, I've gone from smoking to vaping, and I haven't touched a cigarette in 5 years, so pretty good. Apart from that, Ed and I, we know each other quite well, and we've caught up, and I always take him for drinks. So if you want to get on his good side, avoid the coffee, take him for a drink. He loves his whiskey, okay? Good information, good advice. He's a very smart guy, and he'll lead you to the right direction and point you to some good people like he's done with me. So just stick with him and work with him, and he'll give you all your best. And if you want to learn about a few things about speaking to new clients, or some tricks of how to get new leads, by all means, add me on LinkedIn. I've got a few videos out there. Yep. And who hasn't talked? Can we speak to Liz?
Ed, it's 3 o'clock. Do you want to pull up and introduce the balance guys and then go on again after?
Yeah, we might do that. Big shout to you, Duncan. So yeah, what we'll do is, to keep it moving, is we're going to speak to the legendary Jonathan Naif and Perpetua Kish right now. And this is what I encourage you, 2 things on this point. And the speaking, it goes for about up to 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll moderate here. And basically what we're doing is that we're going to learn from legendary Perpetua Kish and Jonathan Naif. They are 2 leading Canberrian family law experts. And it's amazing hearing some of the stuff. I was very lucky to interview them the other week. And what I encourage you is during the chat, use the chat to contribute to the conversation, and also as well, keep networking. So what we're going to do is I'm going to enable screen sharing right now. And what I'd invite you all to do, please keep all your microphones on mute, except for obviously Jonathan and Perpetua, but keep the chat questions going. So firstly, Jonathan and Perpetua, should I both call you Jono and Peppy now? Should I revert into the nickname basis?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's fine,
when people
please.
call us Jonathan and Perpetua, or even worse, Miss Kish or Mr. Nave, we just cringe.
We assume we're in trouble for something.
Yeah.
So that's a magistrate calling you up or something like that, or an AFP officer.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to have a thriving practice that does very little court. And personally, Jono and I don't actually do any court. So yeah, well, our balanced business ethos is to keep things kind, friendly, and out of court.
Wow. Now, I'm so pumped to have you with us. I was so lucky to LinkedIn Live you guys the other day, and I was blown away of what you shared. Please share screen. I want to hand it over to you, and just 5 minutes for the actual speaking, and please allow 5 minutes for Q&A. So I'll keep a track of time, but please share screen and enlighten us. Tell us what you're thinking. Go for it, you two.
Okay, I'll share the screen, Jono. Jono's probably cringing because I'm terrible with technology, but let's just go for it. I've assumed you've enabled.
Yeah, it's enabled. It should work. And Zoom's been pretty good lately. So, there we go.
That's the wrong screen. That's just, you're not meant to be looking. There we go. Okay. So hi, everybody. Welcome to our Balanced Family Law presentation. Jono and I thought we'd have a bit of fun today and bust some myths about divorce and separation, because there are just so many misconceptions about separation and divorce, often fueled by well-intentioned sisters, brothers, nephews and nieces, cousins of third aunts, all the people who just seem to become an expert once you're separating and divorcing. So here we go. We'll try and keep it short and sweet and fun. What not to say to people getting a divorce. So the first one, it's all in the framing. When you talk to someone and you say to them, oh, we need to have a really difficult conversation, how does that colour the conversation moving forward? So the same applies to when we're working or we're talking to a friend or a client or just someone that we might meet as we go, exist in this world, and they happen to say to us that we're separating or divorcing. We have to try and plant good seeds. So we work with a lot of people who refer us work, and usually they're financial planners, hairdressers, accountants, all types of people. And they might say to our potential clients, oh, you better get a lawyer. You better get a lawyer and make sure your rights are entitlements are protected. So what does that do? That sort of fosters a very defensive mindset. So we try and switch it over and instead encourage people to approach the conversation about divorce and separation in this way. See it more of an opportunity for somebody to make a fresh start in their life and say, look, there's plenty of resources out there to help you. There are options that you can work through with the right professionals, and a good family lawyer can help you work through those options and find out what will work best for you and your family. Over to you, Jono.
Cool. So one of the other myths that we get from a lot of people who come to us is, we just want what's fair. We just want 50-50. And that's one of the biggest myths that we come across, is that fair and 50-50 aren't always the same thing. I see our slideshow's moved a little bit, but that's all right. So fair and 50-50 aren't always the same thing. And really what's fair or what's appropriate in each person's case and each person's settlement depends on all the factors around that particular family and that particular relationship, what assets and debts they have, what contributions they've made, financially, non-financially, and what their needs are moving forward, their age, health, what resources they have, what responsibilities they have, all those sorts of things. So point from there is, fair isn't always 50-50. It's about looking at everything holistically and working out what's appropriate and what works for everyone.
So just on that note, it must take a lot of diplomacy and charm and persuasion skills to get two people who are killing each other to talk, doesn't it, Jonathan?
It does. But as Peppy said, it's all about the framing. It's all about the way that you approach the conversation and you approach maybe 50-50 isn't fair or appropriate for us. And this what may be fair and appropriate. And this is why, and being open and honest in those discussions so that you foster some trust and can go through it working together as a team against the problem that is untangling the finances and working out how to move forward in the new separated family, not working against against each other, viewing one another as the problem.
Yeah, so we love to use analogies, Ed, and that I find painting a visual picture can help people have those sort of penny drop moments. And particularly with the 50-50, I say, imagine you and your ex are running a race and you're starting off on the same starting line, but one of you has really good sneakers and awesome running gear, and the other person might have to be running in their bare feet. Now, what that means is the person with the great gear and shoes often has a much higher income and, better earning capacity because they've been working for a long time. The person without the shoes might be burdened or, maybe not burdened, but they have the wonderful task of being the primary carer to any children, and they may have taken some time out of the workforce and be unable to earn an income at the equivalent of their partner. So for them to get 50-50, it isn't a level playing field. So making adjustments, taking into account everyone's future needs can make all the difference. One other thing, moving on to another myth is, or rather what not to say to people getting divorced, is be very careful not to foster a victim mentality. Our clients who have the best, I guess you could say, success and most easily progress through their separation are clients that are very accountable and able to take responsibility for their part in the divorce. Now that, occasionally somebody is a victim because they've been a victim of domestic violence or financial abuse, coercive control and the like. But most of the time you've got two people who just simply can't get along and have decided to end their partnership. When people are able to acknowledge their part, that's the biggest obstacle removed. So we always challenge our clients, it's got a frog in my throat, to ask what is in their control, what can they do to improve the situation, and how can they find support when they're on that journey? Who can they talk to? What can they do to relieve some of that stress and anxiety that comes from being in a really difficult situation? And sometimes being the bigger party and letting some of the issues wash over them and focusing on the main issues. Jono.
Cool. I guess on that point, I know it's not in the slides, but quickly, one other myth or thing that we talk to about our client, to our clients is that especially when there's kids involved, you may be separated, but you're still a family. The structure of your family has just changed. So moving forward, whilst you might have separate households and everything, you still might need to work with one another. And if you're starting that part of your separation and that phase of your family in combat with one another, then that's probably not going to be, it's probably not going to foster a good relationship moving forward if your kids are very young and you've got a co-parent until they're 18 years old, sometimes longer. But yes, moving on to what is on the slide, there are time limits to sort out your separation. So after you've got a divorce, and divorce doesn't happen automatically once you've separated. If you're married, there's a process of getting divorced. But once you get a divorce order or decree nisi, you have 12 months from that date to finalize your property settlement. If you're in a de facto relationship, you've got 2 years from the date that you end that de facto relationship. And the reason for that is that if you're married, you've got to wait 12 months after you separate and you're married before you can apply for a divorce. So in the end, it's about 2 years from separation. However, just because there's those time limits that exist, that doesn't necessarily mean once that end date passes that's it. You can't sort anything out anymore. What it just means is that there are additional hurdles to jump over before you're able to do that if you need the assistance of a court to finalize your property matters. So what we usually do is talk to people if they're married but haven't divorced yet, maybe hold off on getting a divorce until you've sorted out your property and financial matters. Or if you have divorced, let's start the process as quickly as possible, or they are a de facto couple, let's start the process as quickly as possible so that we can finalize your financial settlement so that you can both move forward. And it's important to do so as soon as possible so that if anything happens in the future, there's that line that says, no, from this point on, our finances are separate. So you can go on to win the lotto and it not be drawn back into your property settlement.
Yeah, and that point, and in a bid to keep this presentation short, I chopped out a tile, and the tile that preceded this one was what not, obviously it's what not to say to people getting a divorce. And that had been where people had said, oh, don't worry about it. You don't need lawyers. You don't need to formalize things. And a bit of a case study was a client who did exactly that. He thought, bugger it, I'm not going to bother. Separated, the wife repartnered, they went on their lives, but they never severed the joint tenancy on their house. So they remained co-owners of the family property. Anyway, what happens? Wife's declared bankrupt. What does the trustee in bankruptcy come after? Half the house. Even though this particular couple had separated their finances, or they thought they hadn't done it appropriately, and we're now in this situation. So moral of the story is get your separation sorted and be mindful of things such as these limitation periods.
Oh, just going to say another minute or two, guys, and yeah, really good.
Yeah, and we are pretty much done. What I wanted to share with you, Jono and I are leaders of a group called the Kind Lawyers, something very close to our hearts because really we are all about doing law differently, but you can't really create very much impactful change if you're the only ones doing it differently. So together, we have formed a little community which we hope to grow. It's a movement, not a firm or an institution of any type. And this very short video will tell you a little bit about it.
Do you have audio on that one or just video?
Oh.
Hit the music key.
You can't hear the audio?
No.
There is audio, but it's just music.
Oh, cool.
Whoops.
Nice.
No, well, that's not it. I don't know what's just happened. Oh,
That's okay. Just for the sake of it, though. So you have a group called the Kind Lawyers.
Yeah, it can play in the background. Yep.
And what you're building a movement to get people collaborating more and getting through matters.
Yeah.
faster.
So as it says here, the relationships we've developed have built on trust to change the community perception of how law can be practiced, to normalize a kind team-based approach to dispute resolution and make it more than just an alternative way to help families navigate the challenge of separation. Divorce doesn't have to be nasty. Instead, we're asking our clients to choose a kind and calm solution. We also want to change how lawyers communicate with each other in a non-competitive environment. And as we say here, we value collaboration over competition. Oh. And we're all about building strong connections and mutual respect and trust with our colleagues. We also want to change the experience of separation and divorce for families, making it one of kindness and really striving to make the experience better so children have better outcomes.
Oh, incredible. Now, just a quick question. I know a lot of people think this, and just one closing question so we can, and great job, by the way. When two people really hate each other and they just want to kill each other, how do you calm them down? How do you hose down people so they don't go real and kill each other? How do you do it?
Johnny.
It all comes down to the approach. We deal with a lot of people who can't stand their ex, and it's a reality of the type of work that we do. But sometimes it's working out. Okay, yes, you're like, you can have those feelings, and that's all good. But when we're going into this space, what's going to be, for lack of a better word, productive in trying to resolve these matters as quickly as possible and as cost effectively as possible, so you're not paying tens of thousands of dollars on lawyers to sort this out for you. And it's all about what options we can provide to people, because there are a lot of options available that's going to best work with them and their circumstances, how they communicate with one another, if at all, to work through the issues that are at hand. So if that means that we, need to consider certain types of dispute resolution over others, then we will. Looking at things like something called parenting coordination, if people can't get along and there's still young children that they need to work together to make decisions about, there are a whole range of options available. So it's working with people to determine which is the best option for them.
Wow.
Yeah, don't fight each other, fight the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, well said. Can we give a round of applause to Jono and Peppy? Jono and Peppy, thank you. Can you please share your LinkedIn connection so people can connect with you?
I have. It's up there in the chat. We did not get a chance to talk about it, but we also do family law for dead people, also known as estate planning. And you can have a quick read of what's on the screen. But Jono is our estate planning guru. And it's certainly a nice way to tie up a matter at the end of it, is that we offer our clients a complimentary wills and estates appointment to make sure, that they're well on their way to moving forward and thriving.
Oh, legendary. Thank you all. Can we give it up again? Round of applause. And I want to bounce back to the legendary Piero. Piero, what do you think of all that? Aren't these people amazing?
Well, that was really eye-opening to me, because obviously that area of life is new to me as well. And there was some things in there that actually made me think twice about, what do I do next? Or what do my ex and I do next? So that was really, really helpful. But now I'm just going to be a little bit selfish. Pep and Jono, I'm looking forward to collaborating with you, obviously because of my expertise and the areas that I feel as if I can collaborate with the kind lawyer part. But not only that, just like business in general. So I've sent you both, I'd love to connect. So I'd love to do something there.
Oh, legendary. Piero, we love your rawness. And Piero, I just want to say, thank you for all the energy that you do. How about what I'll do is, while we got Piero, if you haven't spoken yet, now is your time to speak. So if you haven't spoken, please put up your hand and go for it. So who wants to go? Jody Shepherd. Jody Shepherd.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Sorry about the appearance of my hair. I'm really, really missing my hairdresser at the moment. I know that seems trivial, but for someone that loves photographing events and dressing up, this is quite hard.
At least you have hair.
Well, Ed. But Ed, you wear a hat really well also. So, and you do wear it well.
There you go, Middle Eastern. But anyway, there you go.
I am a photographer, and I love meeting new people. I love doing marketing campaigns for people. I delve into a lot of different areas with the changing environment at the moment, given the fact that big events aren't going ahead. But I have confidence it will come back. So thank you for meeting with us all today, and I appreciate the networking opportunity whilst being virtual, not in the same room.
Oh, love your work, Jody. Big round of applause, Jody. Who hasn't spoken yet? We want everyone to get a set table. Sheikha, hey, good seeing you, Sheikha. Floor is yours.
Hey, yeah, good to see you too. Hi, I'm Sheikha from sunny Canberra. Who says Canberra's not sunny, hey? Today we've got a really nice sunny day.
Yeah.
I'm a digital marketer, web designer, and a holistic business development coach. I love to see businesses grow and thrive and progress to find their peace and prosperity and purpose in their journey. So I'm also a serial networker. That's probably why I never get to network properly. I do love to connect people with people. So yeah, this has been great. I've taken down lots of notes and I'll be connecting with you guys.
And you just reminded me of something. I forgot to say this, and my fault. at our network, you're very welcome to promote your own networking events. So we're all open and inclusive. So if you're in any networking events, please promote them as well. In fact, you're a group leader at a certain networking company, aren't you? Tell us about it.
Sure am. I group lead Canberra BX Networking. So we're normally on face-to-face on Wednesdays. And we will, we do lots of things, lots of events for members. We do lots of things online for members and networkers to connect. And it's a great, great group all around Australia, New Zealand. Now we're heading into the US as well. So it's really exciting. You get to meet lots of people from all over the world.
Oh, pleasure. Sheikha, round of applause to you. Who hasn't spoken? If you haven't spoken, please put up your hand right now.
I haven't, but she just wanted to say hi.
Oh
Bye.
my God. Show us again. Show us the kitty.
She's just a baby. She's still sleeping.
Oh my God, I love cats. Marty, welcome. Marty,
Yeah.
the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Myself, Mahidi. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm a recent graduate. I finished my bachelor in cybersecurity from Deakin University last year. And I have done some work, casual work in ICT sector. And we have business back in our country in Bangladesh. We have garments industry and we have agro business as well. So I would like to connect those business with Australian business as well, like import and export thing.
Oh, welcome, Marty. Great having you with us, my friend. And nice shirt, by the way. I used to wear shirts like that until Lassie put me in straight colours. So nice shirt there.
Thank you.
There you go. Round of applause, Marty. Big thank you. And Dorsa put up their hand. So Dorsa, if you can, I can't see you, but I hope you can hear me. Dorsa, please feel free to unmute and say hello, Dorsa.
Hi, everyone. So I'm studying international business right now at the University of Canberra. I love fitness, marketing, and photography. And I just made a LinkedIn account like 2 days ago. So I look forward to grow my networking skills.
Oh my God. I love LinkedIn accounts when they're brand new. It's like, I did mine like 12 years ago. So what's it like being on LinkedIn? What's your first experiences, Dorsa?
It's actually pretty cool. I meet a lot of people that are really serious about their career and their work. So it's not like Facebook or Instagram that they just want to have a like and comment. So they're really serious about their networking skills. Yeah. So it's wonderful.
Pleasure. Dorsa, big welcome. Great having you with us. Has everyone had a turn? If you haven't spoken, please put up your hand now. Please put your hand now. Going once, going twice, sold. Back to Piero. What do you think, Piero? What's going through that incredibly intelligent mind of yours, Piero? I think Piero's internet stopped on a very interesting frame. He's doing this cool one. Oh, there he is. He was doing this cool one eyebrow, so it stopped at the right place.
Can everyone hear me now?
We got you. We got you.
Okay,
It's
cool.
Stopped like this. It stopped like I thought you were faking, you were trolling, but actually your internet stopped. Oh no, his internet stopped again. Shit. Oh God. Oh God. Pierre, his internet's not working. What have they done? The internet in Goulburn's not working.
Bike ride.
Sorry?
He's gone for a mountain bike ride.
Yes. We'll come back to Piero. Hey, I was just going to say. Oh,
Did
Piero,
mine
you're
stop
back
on
now.
yours?
Are you
Has
okay,
mine
Piero?
stopped? No, I don't think I'm okay.
Okay. I think say something, Piero, before your internet dies.
Thank you, everyone, for your time, because we can't get time back. So I appreciate, Ed appreciates, we all appreciate each other's time. So thank you so much, everybody. And remember, bring one person next time. That's all you need to do. Just invite one person, bring them with you, because everyone knows someone who can help someone.
Oh, legendary. Now, what I was going to say is we've done really well for time today. So we've got a few more minutes before this officially finishes up. But who has got something to say? If you've got something to say, be it you want to talk about you, promote something, share an idea, now's your time to do it. So if you've got something to say, unmute and say it right now. We want to hear it. Just no swearing and don't do anything that will get our LinkedIn account shut down. But if you've got anything to say that's not illegal or doesn't involve anything that will risk Ed's LinkedIn account, we'd love to hear it. So who wants to say something? Anything cool? I knew Loretta would put up her hand. Loretta, what have you got for us, my friend?
Your hair is the crown you wear daily. Wear it royally.
Oh, there you go. So now you can't see that I have no hair if I do that. So there you go. Now we love Loretta. Loretta and I go way back, so make sure you connect with Loretta. Who else? In fact, Steve Hambridge. I want to pick on you, Steve. You're a man of infinite wisdom. And I love the beard, by the way. Steve, can you give us all a bit of a red pill? Just drop a thought on us just to keep us all moving.
Oh, geez. That's putting it right on me there. Yeah. I just will say I was just in the middle. You caught me in the middle of typing a message to Chris Miller, who I noticed managed to keep her head down. I think I'm not sure if I heard Chris talk, but she was just saying my beard was my disguise. She didn't recognise me from when we met in Canberra a little while ago. But she actually mentioned something there, that time is not a renewable resource. We were talking about having too much work. And I think that's, I'll steal that one off you, Chris, if that's okay.
Legendary. Round of applause to Steve. Steve, we love you. And also, too, Wendy made a good point. Slack Edwards ear, who hasn't been thinking, forgot to take a group photo. And how dare I, quoting Greta Thunberg, how dare you? I didn't take the photo, so let's do it now. How dare you not take the photo and steal our dreams? So let's take a group photo right now before Greta Thunberg does the how dare you. So the way to take a group photo is lean forward into the camera, look into the lens of eyes and camera, and hold the pose so I can get a good screenshot. Or Greta Thunberg will go, how dare you? So 3, 2, 1, hold the pose, big smile. Oh my God, we are sexy. Give yourself a round of applause. Who wants to say something? If you just want to say something, just say it.
I just want to bring something to light. How many times do you feel you have Zoom vanity, where you look at yourself instead of looking around the room? Who else does that? Or is it just me?
I just look at myself the whole Zoom.
But I don't
we all do it.
I just want to say something. The reason why I have to disconnect is because the police came to check on us. So everybody can say hello to the police
Ah.
on isolation. So sorry about that.
Oh, good. You didn't get so no black eyes.
No black eyes. No. Well, they told us how many people are isolating here, and I couldn't say 23 because then I would have a fine.
There you go. Well, that's good for you. I'm glad the AFP were nice to you. So there you go. Hey, what else? Oh, Rishi, what have you got for us, Rishi?
Thanks, folks. Yeah, just wanted to quickly say once again, thank you for the opportunity here, and I look forward to connecting with everyone via LinkedIn. Feel free to add me, Rishi Sharma. There's not that many around in Canberra, so yeah. Just once again, just want to thank everyone and look forward to more sessions.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Now, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Please.
Wonderful. Love the Zoom and would love to come to Canberra when we can. Zoom is great.
Yes. One quick thing as well before I forget, I'm just going to share the link for our next Zoom right here. So this is a link for our next networking Zoom. So what will happen is in all honesty, our next Canberra event will probably be a Zoom. I'm just thinking ahead, but I think our November event will be a face-to-face. That's my honest view. So please book into our next Canberra, probably a Zoom right now. If it's not, we'll let you know, but it'll probably be a Zoom in all honesty. But I do honestly think the November one will be a face-to-face meetup in Canberra. So I just want to let you know all that. So big thank you for coming. I actually want to, before we finish up, I actually want to hand over to legendary Piero. I think his internet died again, so now he's looking all serious. Before he was doing like the one eye, now he's just staring seriously like that. So unless Piero comes back, we're going to have to pick someone else to give the thought. Oh, actually, before we go to Piero, Wendy, did you want to say anything cool before we hand over to Piero?
By definition, anything I say is way cooler than anything Piero would say. Isn't that right, Piero? He's so going to do, because he's going to get the last word and he's going to so burn me. But I do want to say is that thank you so much for taking time out to be here, to join the community. And I think This is what communities are all about. It's coming together, it's sharing, and yeah, the ownership is on us to make this as great as it can be. So bring that one person, bring the two people. We're not going to hold you to a limit. So feel free to bring other like-minded people, because we'd love to get to know them as well and see what we can do to help them grow and thrive. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Oh, Wendy, we love you. And Piera, over to you while your internet's holding. Piera, can you give us the final closing thought for today? You have to unmute, Piera, I'm afraid.
I'm not going to steal it from Wendy. I'm just going to leave that with Wendy, but I will say this. We're here to do two things in business: network and make money. And networking makes money. So network and you'll make money.
Oh my God, such a red pill. Friends, can we please give a round of applause to Finish the Zoom? Love your work. Keep it up. See you all next time. Please unmute now, say hello, and you're awesome, friends.